Hello guys, you went to college, you have finished college, of course you have pursued the course of your desire and now you have some skills that you want to employ somewhere. So to do that you have to get your first job. So today you are going to discuss how you're going to grab that first job, that first formal job that requires the kind of skill set that you possess. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm called Visiwa Baringo and I'm going to teach you how you are going to grab that first job. So of course, to get a job, you have to make an application. And I agree that getting an interview is sometimes very difficult. You might have made actually some people call ton of applications before you actually get to be accepted. And one of the biggest fear of individuals is their first interview. The first interview of your life. You have never been employed anywhere and you have just been called for an interview. Maybe you have been told it's going to be at a certain time, at certain hotel, or maybe at the headquarters of a certain company, and you have to avail yourself at that early time. And you, of course, for an interview, you have to answer a couple of questions. So first of all, you have been, let's say you have got lucky and now you have been invited. So first I would like to point out something. For some companies to actually get an interview, you must have been referred to by an employee inside that company. That is some companies. For other companies, of course, it is the normal way. Nobody or somebody who is not known gets called for an interview. And now in this case, that is you. You have just been called to this interview and you applied, of course. So the first thing you do, you have to do your research first. You are lucky, you have been called for an interview. Do research, find a background history of that company, when it was started, what actually it does, how does it make their sale, how does it make its money, why does it need you, why does it need you, and what are you going to actually do in that company. That is from their roles and duties that they have been availed to you on the description when you're applying this job. You have to investigate further because some of those activities are actually AI generated, and the actual activity that you're going to do maybe are 2 or 3 of what have been stated in that description. So you have to at least do your own personal background research to know what are the activities that this company really wants to see in any interviewee who is going to avail himself or herself. So you have to do your due diligence, get that information, get that data, ensure you are well knowledgeable in whatever kind of skills that you feel they need from you. Make sure you're well versed, and of course you know you have trained. You have to do a mock interview where that is by yourself, when you're asking yourself the probable questions that these individuals are going to ask you. You make sure you know it very well. You try it over and over again. For example, they must ask you, tell me about yourself, something like that. So you have to be ready. You make sure you're at least eloquent enough, and of course on that skill set, because I believe that an interviewee over there, or you as the person who has clicked this video, all of us have done probably different courses, so you have different skill sets. So whatever that skill set you feel they desire, make sure you know it very well and in depth, and how that company intends to employ that skill set of yours. So that will help you in what you call salary negotiations, because not all companies nowadays actually put out their salaries. So you have to go there and they will ask you, what amount of money would you like us to pay you? That's exactly what some of the common questions that the HR will ask you. And you should try not to put amount that is so low, because that one can kind of describe the kind of work that you will do. When you put too low, they will feel like you won't provide the quality service. So when you again put too high, they feel that they cannot afford you. So you have to try to be smart. That's why I say do your research. Ask, probably if you have an employee in that company, you may ask what were they paying their previous employee, so that you at least you can know their probable amount of money to quote, and also you should know the benefits of being employed in that company. Another one is, of course, the basics. You have to know how to dress. You should know actually. That's why the background history of that company teaches you what are the codes, what are the statutes of that company, what are the dressing code, what do they accept, what do they don't accept. and so that when you go there you don't disqualify yourself by just your appearance. And I think that is the most important thing that people actually miss out. You have to ensure, for example, when you're going to a company that is, let's say it's a Catholic or it's a Muslim, so you should be able to know what to do. That is, for instance, some others just have some weird code of conduct that you, because you really need this job, you need to abide by them. So you need to be very careful. Another one, of course, is on YouTube. The other, of course, are basic interview questions that you must have heard, that these are kind of questions which are going to be asked. Of course, that varies as per the kind of job that you're going to do. For example, there are engineering jobs, there are these business kind of jobs, the white collar jobs, and the blue collar jobs, and I don't know, the yellow collar jobs. There are all kind of forms of jobs. So you need to ensure that you are well versed with your field, so that when they ask you questions, you're well and good. And of course, this is the point, you must be confident. You ensure you are confident enough to answer their questions, and don't be too needy. You know, people sometimes are very too needy. You tell me, I've been suffering, I need a job, you know what? No, that's not how it works. You are a person of value. You have to pose as that individual who actually has value and is willing to provide that skill set at some value, at some charge, because you're going to be paid eventually. So that you might see this person knows what he's doing, is not needy, because people hate needy people. Actually, you won't be employed if you are needy. If they feel that you are bringing your problems, your background problems to them, then you are not a valuable individual. You are a waste of time, and you are going to be disqualified. You're not even going to be called. So that's some of the things. Actually, that neediness is the baddest of all, if there is even a word like that. Don't ever appear needy. Go there. In fact, if they don't hire you, that is their loss. Just make sure you're composed, you're confident, you are brave, you try as much as possible to be eloquent. And by the way, sometimes most of these people, you prepare so much for an interview just to be talked, to be that individual to end up talking to you in Swahili, which is even for the better, because they have been preparing to actually speak probably in English. And that is kind of image that we have always been putting in our heads over a very long period of time. You expect that person over there on the other side will be speaking Queen English probably, because that's what most of us prepare for. We prepare to be very well versed with the language, and actually not to appear like we cannot carry and maintain the image of the company. So you have to be careful. So guys, watch my part 2. I'm gonna continue talking because now the sun has become so hot. Thank you guys. Bye.